Jane must be working. We're live.
Hello.
All right. All right, everybody.
We got no one yet. So.
Oh,
I
two
better share
people.
it
Look at that. Like
Yeah.
a shot, though, two people.
Whoever's in
there.
the chat room, can you please say hello?
So tonight we're going to be talking about EMF. That's emus, both male and female.
Yeah.
What's your favourite type?
No, EMF stands for electromagnetic field.
Hi, Lorna. Hope you're doing well.
Well, hey, Sarah.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're doing good.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Lorna. I'll share it out. I've got this new Facebook, the new Facebook, which I'm struggling with. So bear with me, people.
Well, you doing struggling with new Facebook? I struggle with everything in the modern world.
Well, you can't stream the third party anymore, so or can't get a third party. Yeah.
Oh. I wish they'd leave these things alone and stop buggering about with the
I know, right?
social media. I don't know, it's going along fine, and then they decide to change it. And like, what's all that about?
Mm.
What is all that about? What is all that about? Live it. I've no problems with the modern world. Hiya, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
You know how she doesn't say hi to me.
It's Rita Skeeter, the reporter in the reporter for the Daily Prophet, isn't she? In Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right. So tonight we're talking about EMF.
Yep.
The electromagnetic fields.
Yeah. There you go.
And I don't know what should we say about it. Really, it's electric. It's magnetic. It's a field. And it completely surrounds the planet.
But we have man-made and natural.
We do have man-made
and natural, which are two different types of EMF.
That's the truth, Lorna. Absolutely the truth. I stick with the old one now.
Yeah.
Technology left me behind years ago.
Hey, Robert.
Hi, you Robert. Hope you're doing well, bud.
Yep, it's Tuesday.
Oh, tell me. Robert, I've got some news for you. It'll be Christmas soon.
Yeah.
And knowing your luck, Robert, it'll probably fall on a Tuesday.
Just like somebody goes, "It's my birthday this year." Yeah, it's your birthday every year.
Every year's your birthday.
And it goes, "It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday every week."
Yeah.
Get an electric magnet. Yep.
Exactly, Rita. What's going to say?
Magnetic.
Man-made one would be the electricity that people use.
Yes.
The one would be the one that the Earth produces.
The one thing you meant to look for as a paranormal investigator is a disturbance in the field. It's almost like Star Wars. I feel a disturbance in the field.
You don't make me laugh. Well, I don't know. Well, I've shared it out for a little bit.
You need some new friends, Robert.
So,
if Bry's your pal, you need some new friends.
Before we move forward with this show, I think we've got some thoughts that we want to put out to some people tonight. So, Dan, do you want to go first?
Yeah, it's been brought to my attention today. I saw it on Facebook that, Chantel, who's often in here giving me jip, and I give her jip back. In fact, we all give her jip, and she gives us jip, but we love her to pieces. Well, it transpires that somebody tried to rob her the other day when she comes from South Africa, and she got shot in the stomach twice. She's in hospital. I hope to God that she's doing okay.
Yeah.
She's keeping in contact with Jenny Sullivan, so that's good. So she's got a finger on the pulse, so she knows what's going on. And I'm sure that as and when they want us to know what's going on, then they'll release more and more information. So let's all send our love and thoughts and prayers and best wishes and big hugs to Chantel.
Not too.
You know what this means? I'm going to have to write her a special song.
You are.
I'm going to write her a special song.
And
I'll make sure that it's more insulting than anything.
Yeah.
But no, if you want to send her get well wishes, then please do.
Yes.
But yeah, she's a brave soldier, and all our hopes.
Chick.
Yeah,
we're all
thinking of her.
I'm sure she'll be all right. I'm sure she'll be fine. She's tough. God love her.
But yeah, she is a tough girl. Yeah, for sure.
She is a tough girl, so she'll be fine. I'm sure. You know, but also, let's all think of her and send her our love.
I want to send some wishes to my stepfather at the minute. For his best friend was found this morning, and she died alone. So he's going through a lot of emotions right now. So, Joe, I just want to tell you, it's not your fault. And there was nothing you could have done, and you don't know, she might have gone peacefully. So anyone out there that has lost a loved one, that's feeling guilt right now, I just want to put my arms around you all and give you a big hug, because it comes as a shock, but when it does happen, everyone grieves in different ways, and he's going through a wave of emotions right now, and he's feeling guilty that he wasn't there with her. And the first he knew about it was when the police knocked on the door. So, I just wanted to put that out there for anyone that has lost anyone and are feeling the guilt because of it. Please don't. It's normal. It's a part of grieving, no matter when it comes. But so that's that. And I just want to put out there, anyone that is feeling oppressed because of spirit right now.
I don't know what that was about.
What was that?
So thoughts out to those people. Reach out to someone, talk to somebody, get in touch with any groups out there and see if they can help. So that came about because of a conversation I had this week with a young lady that is having problems within her home. So
now we've given you a downer for the week.
So EMF, apart from
we don't like people too happy.
Being a bloody good song. That was a song, wasn't it, EMF?
So. They were a great. Oh no, ELO. I'm thinking of ELO.
Yeah,
ELO.
That
northern band, ELO.
I did some kind of weird blackout thing, and now you look better.
Who, me or Viv?
No, Viv. Her signal's better now. That
I don't know what's happened.
The energy field.
Yeah. It's because we're talking about EMF. It doesn't like it.
That's a very valid point. You might have a very valid point there. Hi, Nicola. Hope you're doing well. Yes, EMF, Viv, electromagnetic fields.
So everyone is led to believe, because of TV and because Zach and all the rest of them, if you have high EMFs in your house, that is a very bad thing, and you're going to start hallucinating and things like that. So I just want to say here and now, it's all a load of bollocks.
There's no actual data for that. No data saying that at all. It's been the first time I think I heard it was on Ghost Hunters, the American program.
Do you know what? Hang on, Bobby, just shut your face, will you? Just because
he's even got the sun up.
I know.
As he's
cheeky monkey. We've had rain for 6 months, and we don't know what sun is.
We've had biblical weather here. I'm expecting a plague of locusts to come flying by at any point. We've had just about everything.
Yeah, so bloody, you've been told, Bobby. Behave yourself. I reckon we should all go round to Bobby's house.
Oh, but yeah, he'd regret it. So yeah. The first time I heard of it was on Ghost Hunters. The Taps, I think it was. Wasn't it Taps? Was it called Taps? Are you William? Hope you and the lady wife doing well.
Parker's on here.
Is he?
Yeah, where's Parker? I think she's just saying hi, Parker.
Beach is 30 minutes away. No, right. Can we ban him?
Oh, Jimmy.
It's on the night shift.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. On the night shift. On the night shift.
Sorry. What was you saying about EMF, Dan, before I rudely interrupted you? Sorry.
No, you didn't. I was saying that I first saw it on Ghost Hunters, the American Taps, wasn't it? Taps? Well, I used to really, I've got different feelings about them, really. But I remember him mentioning, because they were plumbers, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I remember him mentioning about electricity and how it was high. And of course, I didn't really have much of a clue then. But obviously, since then, you learn, don't you, that is not the case at all, and that there's no validation or there's no information out there that they've studied it and said, well, this is what it does. It's complete bump. It's a lie.
Yeah.
Or just misinformation. It doesn't do that, apparently, which I find quite interesting. And it's made me look at it differently as well. So,
when we went to see Cal Cooper, we sat in a room with very highly educated people. I can't remember what the group called themselves now, but it was in Cambridge.
Skeptics.
Yes, and I had a conversation with two of the gentlemen that were next to me about EMF, and we discussed that very briefly. And they said, "There's no scientific data that actually proves that." He said, "So
there you go."
And these are scientists that are coming up with this. He said it's more likely to be a leak from the boiler or something like that. That's what he said to me.
Gas leak on.
And of course, the thing is that while she was doing that, talking to this room full of intellectuals, I had to be pulled away from licking the window.
Zippo proof, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I know he did. I know Rita. I know Weaker. I take no notice of him. I treat him with the deserve that a bad smell needs.
With a naked touch.
I have no idea.
but this EMF malarkey though, when it comes to man-made EMFs, on the whole, and this is just theory, it could be bad because we have natural EMFs, which could be responsible for certain sightings and things that people are seeing replays outside. The elementals might come in and out through the energy fields out there, and that's how they're able to slip in and slip out through that sort of thing. But I think it's something that we shouldn't be messing with, to be honest. If there's a high EMF outside that's forming naturally, why would you want to touch it?
I think the problem as well is that the man-made EMF is such a problem, because you can't get away from it in cities and towns. There's pylons and everything everywhere. There's like railway lines, and there's such a high amount of voltage going through them that you're literally sleeping in the middle of an EMF field.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. They did a thing. I don't know if it's the same in America or the same anywhere else in the world, but over here they did a thing where if you wanted to buy a house next to one of these great big pylons, these electrical pylons, you would never, ever, ever get a mortgage on it because it was considered to be, particularly with children, they believed it caused a lot of cancers in children. But then, that's you're looking at this is like an astronomical amount of electricity going through.
Oh yeah,
through these things.
And I've seen some houses near power stations, and they go for really, really cheap.
Yeah. And there's a reason, good reason for it.
Yeah, sticks up. That's me every day anyway. first thing in the morning, I wake up, my hair's all over the place. Like there's something about Mary. I swear I hold it like that when I'm sleeping.
They do, Rab. They do, mate. They do, Rab. They really do. So yeah, I mean, I've been out. I'm always careful when I do investigations with EMF fields, because really, to get a true natural EMF, you have to be so far away from towns and cities and villages. You have to be in the middle of nowhere with absolutely no form of electricity whatsoever. And then if you get some readings off of it, chances are you might have something, or you've got some sort of anomaly. But it's the natural field, isn't it? It's a disturbance within the natural field. But it's just a disturbance.
Dirty. And that's Sarah. She's not dirty-minded.
Dirty Gertie.
Me too. I call it the interesting look. I call it the L'Oreal look.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, Bobby.
Yeah. So there's this other thing as well, Dan. I mean, I've been on investigations and I've watched people with their K2s. And, you can fake K2 readings and get false positives. Right? A lot of people don't even know about that.
Oh, God, you can get loads of them.
But anyway, so they go out with their K2 and it's in the middle of a busy centre. And they've got Friday night, chucking out times, cabs galore.
Everything, isn't it, William?
Yeah, cabs galore. And once they're on their walkie-talkies, talking to their central hubs, going to the next thing, the EMFs are spiking. And the ghost, look, I've got a spike. It's gone right up to red.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
We did a house once out in Essex, and we kept getting spikes on these EMFs, and the radios kept. And it turned out we were under the direct flight path to Stanford. So we were picking up the EMFs and crap we were picking up was from the pilots and from the planes, and it was like and it was crazy. Hi, Alistair.
Hi, Alistair. Yeah. But no, it amazes me how when you're on these events, they're just looking for anything. They want something. They want that thrill, don't they, Dan?
Yeah.
So,
do you remember you and I were at an investigation once, Viv? And it was, I'll tell you where it was. It was at Tutbury, I think. And we stood there and we were pissing ourselves. And we were watching them having this conversation with a ghost. And we knew what happened. One of them hadn't turned their phone off. And of course, every time they thought they were getting hits, but they weren't. They were getting, and then we pointed it out in the end. And they still wouldn't have it, would they?
No, I know. It's like, if they're so worried about high EMFs, why would you use a mobile phone?
Well, yeah.
Why would you have one?
Yeah.
Because your phone is constantly buzzing and pinging. Constantly buzzing and pinging. And you certainly wouldn't put one up to your ear, would you?
No.
So, there's all these things that you've got to think about. And why would they speak to you through something like that? Surely they'd try to make direct contact with you somehow else.
Yeah.
Somehow else.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of the equipment now that I've to be honest with you, I've got no faith in it. No faith in it. I think the thing with the with EMF is, okay, if you can get some sort of conversation, hopefully, where you get the right hits at the right time, and it kind of responds to your questions or to you talking to it, fine. But I think outside of that, everything has to be dismissed, because there's so much in the environment that can cause these things. I mean, even stuff like REM pods, bugs can set them off.
What do you think REM pod would be set off by?
Bugs. If they fly close to the antennas and things, maybe.
They can. Definitely.
I don't know who that is.
Fight!
It's Jamie. It's probably Jamie.
It's probably Jamie ringing you.
Danny's a dickhead.
I have.
Yes.
I've had a lot of bugs in my house. Never set one on.
Maybe you have to take your REM pod and put it to the test, Dan.
Yeah, I've had.
No, I've seen it happen. Yeah, I've seen it happen with a moth.
That I could believe, but yeah, you gotta.
Mind you, the moth was carrying a mobile phone at the time.
But I know mobile phones can't set it off. At least iPhones can't.
Bobby's asked, how does EM affect spirits? How does EMF affect spirits?
Well, I think it's them that affects the EM. It's meant to be, isn't it?
I
They can
don't
affect the disturb. I don't really know.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
I think
don't
it's
think
more
these-
static.
I don't think radios work either. Ghost radios. I think that's a load of bollocks.
I think they'll upset the static charge, or they'll put a static charge in the air or something like that. But I don't think it affects the EMF unless the static itself affects EMF.
Yeah.
But I don't think
like William says it. I think spirits can affect the electromagnetic field, but I don't think it can. Well, I don't think it can affect them. But then I don't know because obviously can't speak to one to have a word and see what
You did speak to one. You had the opportunity, and you was more worried about a music box.
I wish I was there for that conversation. I really do wish I was sitting with you when you had that conversation.
But you know what? You'd have been seeing me talking to basically a banister because it was.
I know, but I was playing along with it because I know that that's what was happening.
I thought you were talking to the two lads. I didn't know you were talking to somebody that weren't there.
I know. There must be. Do you know what? There must be spirits that are with sign language, microwave fluorescent lights, fire alarms, Wi-Fi. Yeah, exactly, Alistair. Exactly that.
Well, and that's what EMF detectors are good for. Doing a baseline test of the whole entire area. To see what it is now, and then what it will affect it.
I've seen people in pubs using stuff like that, EMF and detectors and stuff like that. But the problem is that the pubs are covered in machines. Yeah. Whether they're machines whether they're jukeboxes, whether they're pinball machines or whatever you call them. I don't know what they're called, like these fruit machines or whatever they are, or whether it's the equipment behind the bar that's keeping the beer cool and what have you. There's so much electricity going in there that you can't get a proper reading from one of them things.
You can't. I can get one reading. I got one on my phone. In fact, I can get one reading right here and put it against my lamp, and it's so high that it pings the meter.
Bobby, give Mum our love.
It's okay.
Tell Mum we love her. His mum called.
Oh yeah, send her our love, Bobby.
We prefer your mum to you.
What was I going to say? It's an odd thing, isn't it? I don't know. God bless you.
All mums are lovely.
They are.
So, what was I going to say? I was going to ask you something.
They do. Sorry, that's right. Even flowers, like William says, even flowers. Yeah, absolutely. They converse with each other. They're living organisms, aren't they? They're amazing.
And that's where we got the pulse. That's all electromagnetic orientated, and the way the Earth spins and all. It's very technical.
Yeah.
But this big thing, I keep saying it, this big thing that everyone says, they said it in lockdown, I can feel something's coming, but I don't know what it is. And they all looked at the skies and said, alien this, and no, the Earth's magnetic fields are about to shift, and we're going to feel it if it's not shifted already.
It has. You can feel. I can feel it already shifting. I can tell just by the way the weather is, the smell of the air, everything.
Yeah. So that is my feeling, my gut, my intuition, my inner voice has told me that. So, look at the kitties.
Oh, kitty cats. Oh, bless them.
Oh, wait. This one.
A solar panel jukebox.
That is genius. That is genius. That is genius.
You put one on your
poles are shifting, I think. They do it, aren't they?
I think I would have had something like, boy, don't look at my grave, don't clear off. Who do you think you are? Or something like that. I'd have something my voice speaking to them to don't piss off. That would be fun.
Yeah, you go, ooh, like that. Could you come out of your grave?
So he might move back to New York.
Yeah, if the poles shift.
Why?
Because the poles shift, the climate will change.
Yeah, but isn't New York overrun with rats?
I think every city is,
A
isn't it?
little bit. I mean, the favorite video of New York was this rat dragging a piece of pizza down the stairs. So
I think it's every city's full of rats, isn't it? No matter where you go in the world, the cities are full. Where people are, you always find them, don't you?
If the pole shifts. Oh my god! No, Antarctica's the place to be, apparently.
and Bobby, we're not talking about pole dance or shifting, okay?
Pole dancers.
Oh, William loves New York.
Yeah, well, it's so good they named it twice.
Oh, where'd it go? There it is.
I lived upstate New York.
I wonder if it's the same New York it was back in the sort of 80s. I think it's changed completely. Wow. 200 grand. Bloody hell, 37 tons of marble without permission.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear.
Well, now I know what marble costs in 37 tons.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. I love people like that, whether they're living or dead. People don't give a shit.
Or Hudson Valley.
Oh, like Hudson Valley.
No, again, like I said, I'd rather be there than here. So
New York State's meant to be. New York State's stunning, isn't it? Apparently.
UK.
Never been. Never been. I've never felt a draw to it at all.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I do my mediumship, that's all done on vibration. And
everything's done, isn't it, on vibration?
It's all on vibration. Yeah. And I get people asking me, tell me how you do it. Tell me how you do it. It's like,
yes,
I can't.
Well, it's tuning in, isn't it? It's getting into the right rut, isn't it, really?
Mm.
Yeah.
It would, even if you wanted to, William, I think it would take too long and they wouldn't get it. Lots of history.
Yeah. I thought it was meant. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful place.
I've got to thank Mr. Becker because this morning when I got into work, I was watching a piece from PBS about the history of the KKK and Oregon City. And it's really, really interesting. So thank you for that. I haven't finished watching.
Are they in Oregon? Are they in Oregon City?
They were, yeah, and maybe still are, but yeah. Because they've not gone away. They've not gone away.
We're here in Wisconsin too. All over. I'm sick about it.
Oh, thank you, William.
That's cool, Bobby. I didn't know they were still. I mean, obviously, I knew they were still going, but I didn't think they were anywhere.
No,
like that. They're not like they used to be, are they? They're not still as powerful and big as they used to be, are they?
Oh yeah.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are very political, Dan. It's all about politics.
Oh no. Well, it is politics, isn't it? But it's.
They're not wearing.
Realise they were still. I thought that they.
They're not wearing all that garb anymore. They're wearing suits,
and
they sit in governments.
I wonder if they do still wear that stuff. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, they do still wear the stuff too.
Do they?
At least about 20 years ago, they were.
Do they still burn crosses and things? Do you know? Or
I haven't seen anything about it. No.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Oh, Bobby says his family came there from Europe.
No, wow.
Not on board the Titanic, I hope.
No.
Oh, they do on occasion. Oh wow!
Oh, really?
I didn't think they were. I knew they were a thing, but I didn't think they were a big thing anymore. I thought they just fell into sort of, people.
Well, and they have different offshoots of the Aryan Nation. Aryan Brotherhood is part of it, but they're kind of their own separate group, stuff like that.
They're big. That's the big prison gang, isn't it? The Aryan Brotherhood, isn't it?
Yep.
It's still, she thought it was all over.
Me as well.
I
thought it was all done, dusted.
Yeah, no. I know. I remember William was telling me when they had some elections and Black Lives Matter came out and doing their marches. The KKK came out as well and were just standing there watching. They didn't interfere.
I didn't even think it was that sort of a thing anymore. I thought it had thought it fell by the way. I thought it was
I knew the head of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's awful. It's, you know, you think that we'd come through history watching that unfold and learning from it and moving on.
I know.
Exactly. People haven't, have they? People clearly haven't learned from it.
It's like, I remember there was all these people up in arms about Muslims wearing the hijab and covering their face and trying to ban it. I think some cities, and you're not allowed to cover your face. I know in Europe, some places in Europe, it's been banned, and yet you have people like KKK didn't get away with. You know what I mean? It's
the
I thought they'd be a terrorist group,
ceremonial thing.
They are a terrorist
group.
I think they are.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They have to be, don't they? Because they're an active group, active political group, aren't they?
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and I bet them homes are still there, aren't they? Some of them. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, so we've gone from EMF to KKK.
Well, okay, put it this way. I know more about the KKK than I do about EMF. So,
yeah, I'd like to see some of them properties. New England as well is stunning, isn't it?
I think it's good that we can talk about things like the KKK because it's a part of history. No matter where you're from, it does affect you in the respect with colour and, you know, and certain areas. It's just something that we should not forget it.
We did that last week. With,
I thought they were a breakfast cereal. I thought they were special KKK.
Special KKK. No, well, Sarah Louise says it will be KFC. No, but you know what? We're not going to talk about Killer fucking Chav. That's what KFC stands for because we can't endorse that. We can't endorse that.
Most of us were behind it, though.
No. We're only joking. We're only joking. Well, Colonel Sanders is sitting down there. If you can take a good look, Sarah.
Colonel Sanders, leader of the KFC. we go out and burn chicken.
Yeah.
But then everybody comes and eats it because we're friendly.
Yeah, it's finger licking good.
Finger licking good. I bet you'll want to get your mouths around my herbs and spices.
God, Dan. Oh dear. Oh, we're terrible, aren't we? You gotta have a laugh.
Yeah, there's no point. Don't let the bastards grind you down and get away with it.
Getting way too mean.
What is it when you want to get you eat nuts? Get nuts in your mouth and that. What's going on?
Yeah, always in large mobs, yeah. But yeah, so the KKK thing today, it was interesting. It is an eye opener. There is a museum out there in Portland. I think it is.
It can't be promoting it, surely.
Well, no, because what it was, there was somebody within the KKK in the 1920s that kept a diary and put it in a safe, and he's passed away. Anyway, somebody found this diary of meetings and found this diary of meetings, and it's now on display. And I think you can read it and see actually what went on with those meetings with the KKK. Were very underground, very secretive. Nobody spoke about it. Nobody made any. Well, they didn't record it, but it's now in the open. So yeah, it's interesting. Shouldn't be able to happen again. But...
Well, I thought all that sort of mob and that, and whoever they are, would have just. I mean, obviously you can have small, pockets of people, but I didn't think that it was still that.
Yeah, William was saying the person that with the meeting minutes was a state governor at the time.
Pardon me, bloody hell.
And he was in the KKK. Can you believe that? Wow. KFC, the gravy locked in the safe.
So you don't get your hands on my herbs and spices.
That's the herbs and spices in the safe.
It is.
Took care of that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't you
Makes
find...
for a sad life, though, doesn't it? Like concentrating your whole being on hating somebody.
Don't you find out, Dan, that it doesn't matter where you come from, whatever walk of life you are, if you mention your religion, someone's going to give you a funny look.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got a religion, you've got a faith. Doesn't matter what you believe in.
I'm of the mind that you believe in what you want to believe in, but religion, get rid of it.
Yeah. You can pray to the sunflowers if you want, and there's no harm
Do what you want.
that.
You're not hurting anybody. Do what you want.
Exactly.
I'm not sure, actually. It's a good question.
FRG?
I think it's all over the place. It's got to be.
Depends on what you're using, I suppose, and what measurements your actual meter. If you buy the cheap rubbish that ghost hunters are using, it only goes up to 20 milligauss, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it doesn't go to much. Do you remember when they used to use those? They still use them. It was a common thing where they used to use the infrared heat gun thing, picking up on hot spots. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it just concentrates on one area where you want to take an ambient temperature, not just one spot.
Yeah. You'd always try to convince them you're better off putting a thermometer in a place.
Well, a field meter would be is a good idea too. You know, that way you can do the air pressure, EMF, radiation.
Yeah. Which is why we used to use data loggers.
Thanks, William. He's put it up there if anyone wants to watch it. It's really interesting.
William.
It's really, really interesting. Tuning forks.
Yeah. Good idea.
Now that's a thing, the tuning forks. I remember we used to have a meter that's go tick tock, and I sit there listening to it and watching
that was a metronome. Is it a metronome?
Metronome, yeah. I was like, I'm going to go to sleep in a minute. It's making me feel sleepy.
You're getting sleepy. That's what it does. Remember?
Yes. It puts you into like a concentration point, doesn't it? Like your focus.
He was a very, very clever man.
Yes, interesting character.
Very clever man.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually want to go and see his house in San Francisco. So the next time I go there, I'm going to make a point of going there and just knocking on the door.
Thank you, William, for putting those up.
Yeah.
What does that say about somebody that spends their whole life just hating somebody else for no real reason?
I mean, why would you? I mean,
what's the point?
With the world, you know.
Isn't it wasted?
Life's one. You know, it's not very long. And you just want to enjoy it, don't you? Why worry about? Why you would toss about? That, you know, and religion is a lot to blame for this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's a way of controlling the masses, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going right the way back to ancient civilizations.
That's what I say. If you want to believe in God. Got no problem with that. I believe in God myself, but don't conform to a religious, because I think that's, you know.
Push on people. Right, so just to remind everyone, we are running a competition. If you haven't read the scroll on the bottom of the screen by Dan,
we are.
Can win some Simply Spooky goodies.
Shall I mention again what happened for people that weren't there earlier on when I mentioned at the beginning?
Yeah, go on.
I just want to say, I said it earlier, that you know Chantel, who comes on here and interacts with us, lovely girl, South Africa. Well, on the 19th of this month, she was raided by some burglars, 3 burglars, and they shot her in the stomach twice. So she's now in hospital, back home, home in South Africa. So yeah, hopefully, please God, she'll be all right. I'm sure, you know, she's a tough chick. She's a tough girl. So that, you know, lots of love and prayers and everything else for her. There's more we could do. We would.
let's swamp her feed with good luck and get well soon wishes, and don't let the bastards get you down.
No, and I will have to perform a special song when she's back. My Hadib.
Oh dear.
Speaking about that, I gotta talk to you about something after we're done too.
Okay, cool. So this weekend, it's all up in the air whether Dan will come or not.
Bless you, Nicola.
But Dan had a slight accident, which has made him a little slightly incapacitated.
And sore.
Yes. But we're supposed to be going to the Bigfoot Bash in Bristol this weekend.
Brizzle, they call it, don't they?
Brizzle.
Brizzle.
We're going to be hobnobbing it with some celebrities from the Bigfoot camp. Because we do switch, you know. We are called, what they call by crypto. What are we done?
British crypto. Oh, bloody hell.
Paranormal crypto.
Oh, do you know what? I can't remember.
But we're a bit bi.
Oh, yeah.
I'm proud of it.
But bless you, Sarah. Thank you.
Yeah, Nicholas says get well soon as well.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, I think I've cracked a couple of ribs, I think.
Yeah,
a couple of ribs.
Get some wrap and have your wife wrap your ribs cage.
Yeah. I've got
to film him.
Something's definitely floating there, definitely cracked off there. But I don't know if that's normal or not.
Wrap your body in cling film and just sit there and sweat down.
Be thin in the middle but fat both ends.
Just to hold it all in together.
Yeah. But well, what can you do? You know, pales into significance when you think of what happened to poor Chantel, bless her.
Exactly.
You know, just more worried about her, aren't we, than anything? Oh, hello?
Oh.
Did I go away there? And I'm back again.
Okay.
Fiddling.
Don't know what I've done there.
Dan, stop being a fiddler.
Bubble wrap. He's a bit late for that. William already broke.
Well, I would have thought you would have bounced, but it obviously didn't happen.
That was the problem. I did. I hit the ceiling.
I bounce when I fall. Oh, dear.
Oh, if only we had a basketball net up, that would have saved me.
Bless you. It's good that you can laugh, though, man. It's good that you can laugh because it was quite serious.
So EMF, I'm not an expert on EMF by a long shot. I haven't got a clue really about the ins and outs of it. But it is an interesting subject regarding the paranormal.
I don't think it's something you can rely on.
Give it.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
A lot of people use it. This is what gets my goat down. I've seen them on investigations. They'll stick the K2 meter on the floor. Taxi cabs are going past. They'll ask a question.
God, you know it as well, don't you?
They'll ask a question. It'll light up to 20 milligauss. Oh, that was a positive. He says, yes, there is somebody here. Can you tell me if there's more than one of you? And it'll light up again because another cab's gone past. Oh, yes, there is more than one ghost here. And they'll think they have a conversation with...
I know.
It's like,
there's a guy, an Irish guy who was talking about, and I think he might be bloody right, actually. He might have a good point. They were talking to him. He's a renowned expert on Fey lore and fairies and what have you. And I mean, what he doesn't know is not worth knowing. This guy is phenomenal. Like, he's a machine when it comes to information and ideas. And they were talking to him, and he said that, and I think he might be right. You've got more chance of getting, and I think it might be the same in the spirit world. You've got more chance of getting activity away from EMF, away from electricity, where there's no electricity, there's hardly anything, right in the middle of nowhere, than you would in these places that are built up. Because he seems to think that the electricity in that could cause them problems and cause them lots of harm, which is why when people have experiences with these beings, that's out in woodlands and forests and areas, apart from that's their natural habitat, But it's out in those areas all the way away from, you know, man-made EMF and also, well, not natural EMF so much, but man-made EMF. And I think that's what, you know, it makes sense.
Yeah. Terry says, don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, it's all you can do, isn't it? All you can do. All you can do, Tel. I like it when they say make it go red. I love it when they say that.
Yeah, and it does. Oh, it's a ghost.
Exactly, Terry. You can't calibrate it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's a ghost. Ghost is talking to me.
I saw a program once with this guy, a British guy, and they were wheeling him around like he was some sort of expert. There was 3 of them, but he was the one that stuck out more like a sore thumb. And it was on TV, ITV, I think, or Channel 4. It was one of them. They were doing it for a Halloween project. And he walked past a K2 machine, right, with his radio, and it went off. And he went, look, there's a ghost, there's a ghost, there's a ghost, there's a ghost. And he's like, no, you prick. You've got the radio in your hand.
Yeah.
That's what set it off. And you're thinking, I've shit them. If that's the best you can do, I've shit better than that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Those K2s go off when an EMF field is nearby.
Yeah.
And your radio produces an EMF field.
Yeah. It's mad. It's madness.
The other thing as well that makes me laugh is when you see somebody that don't know what a K2 is and they pick it up and they go to use it like a telephone. Hello? Who's any spirits
I
there?
know.
Oh, I've seen that. Oh, really? Are you that naive?
It's got radios, doing it.
I've seen better.
Did you hear that? It said Dave.
With flashlights than I've seen with K2s.
Oh, the flashlight experiment. Oh, don't even get me started.
Oh, that's a gimmick, isn't it?
That is ridiculous. It's because when you unscrew it and the battery cells are barely touching, they expand and retract and all that sort of stuff, and it can set it off. And that is no way is that spirit communication. No way.
Yeah.
Terry, where was you? We had this conversation earlier.
I'm going to write his report. Must do better.
Yes, give him a.
Come and see us after the show.
Give him a D. D for dunce. No, I'm only joking, Terry.
What does red mean? I'll tell you what red means. It means I'm going to have trouble with my old woman for a week. I've seen people use K2 for communications where they ask for different combinations and patterns and lights to answer questions. This in areas with no traffic or radios thrown off in 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying that they don't. I'm not saying they don't work. Like, you know, I'm just saying that.
Do you know, we've seen it at Castle Rising, and people laid their EMF meters in a line, and the late great Norman Fahey asked for the spirit to walk down the line and back again, and you see the K2s go off as though it's walking. We've actually seen that, and even Norman turned around and said, "I can't tell you that's paranormal because I don't know if it is."
Just don't know.
And I agree with William too. I agree that it's
absolutely, William. It's like Bobby says. He's right. He says, "So I've got a question. Wiring detects label spirit detector. Nobody knows what's it." Yeah, I know.
That's why.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah,
because while you're buying that, somebody's pocketing your coins. It's all about the coins. No real investigations, no real research into them. It's just about the money. That's all it is.
I'm going to have one of them. Saw this on TV. I've got to have one of them.
Have one of them. Have one of them.
Have one of them. Got to have one of them.
I want that one. That one.
I want that one.
I want that one.
Those EMF tripwires are expensive. Number one, and number two, I could make a tripwire out of REM pods stringed all together instead of EMF detectors, and that would work better than the EMF.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Terry. Show me the money. Oh, how many times a week do you see that when you go on an investigation? Oh, how many times? I've got this and I've got that. Well, how's it work? Oh, I have no clue.
I don't even know how to work my phone. I've got to spend about 6 months with one piece of equipment, constantly with it, trying to work out how it works at home.
All I'm going to say.
So, what?
All I'm going to say. True, Bobby. All I'm going to say is
nuts.
Radiation reader. What does that do? I don't know. Do you remember that? Yeah. Do you remember that, Viv?
Yes, I do. A Geiger counter. It was a Geiger counter.
I'm singing radiation reader. What does it do? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. You don't need a great deal.
The robot drives me insane. That's what Nettie says.
What robot's that?
You know, the ghost robot that you saw it. It was about 300 quid to buy it on eBay. We looked at it and said, what the bloody hell was that?
A robot that's supposed to move when something goes in front of it. That's all it is a motion sensor. It just moves around.
Yeah, batteries go flat, bring more batteries, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or they use the same battery over and over and over and over.
I think we're all like that, Terry.
Oh, dear. Well, we've only got about 8 minutes left of the show, Dan. We've been waffling on about nothing and not much about EMF, but it's been great.
I don't think anybody really Go on, Eric.
Go on, Eric. You pick. Your turn.
Oh, my turn? Okay. Then I'll just dig in. Ooh, too many.
Oh, excuse me.
I'll keep you up, Dan.
I'll take the first one I pulled out.
Keep you up.
Is the
Ghostly partners, husbands and wives.
Ooh. Ghostly partners, husbands and wives.
Now,
we've got to talk about our other halves.
Husband and wife that investigate together, or husband and wife that are passed on and together.
Oh, night, Nicola.
Night, Nicola.
Night, Nicola. Have a good week.
Panic about, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How many times that, Noreen? How many times that have you seen that? Well, spirits drained them. It's 10 below, you twat.
Yeah, but they don't think about wrapping it up or trying to keep it warm.
No, stick them in your pockets next to your body, don't you? That's what you meant to do. Well, that's what you can do. That works for me. But even then, when you put them in the machine, they drain. You do? Yeah, you do, yeah.
We want to be together in the garden. Do you remember that?
Yeah. We want to be together.
In the garden. Yeah. Yeah. Or they buy the cheapest ones possible that aren't worth a job.
There's no point in that.
There's no point.
No point in that.
Absolutely no point. The minute you put it in, it's drained. And they go, oh, look, Spirit's drained my battery. It's a brand new, fresh battery. I just opened the packet and put it in there. Yeah,
I got 1,000 for £1.
Yeah. You wonder why.
And two, if you put it in wrong at the first go.
Yeah.
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 You know what? My wife is the same. She's got a degree in psychology and she's got no interest whatsoever. I think I might put her off. I put her off of everything.
Crafted has gone up. Oh, which crafted? Which crafted?
Oh, is it?
I have no idea.
I don't know what that is.
I think he's on about the religion, the Wiccan and stuff. I think it means the numbers have gone up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do what you want.
Yeah. As long as you're nice to other people, you treat them how you want them to treat you.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. And we keep saying it every week. It's always the same.
Yeah.
Rob, do you like your lighter to see if they burn? That's what I say to my husband. Come here. Let me see if you're a witch.
Like Monty Python, wasn't it? All right, we did the nose.
That's a terrible thing to do. But you, as I say, it's all done in jest, and it's with people that I know that can take a joke. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
Do what you want to do, as long as you're not hurting anybody. No one really cares.
No.
Just be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
Life's far too short to be
exactly
going through crap and that arguing over things and hating people because they're the wrong whatever.
Witchcraft accounts.
Police have investigated.
Have they really?
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh dear.
Exactly,
There was
Sarah.
Was it a boiling, or was it you might remember, Dan, up in King's Lynn in the market square? I think there was a boiling of
was
a
it
witch.
oil or something?
It was boiled
Boiled in oil, wasn't it?
And he's the heart he exploded and the heart hit the wall, and apparently there's a mark on this building where this heart was supposed to have hit the wall.
God,
still there. But yeah, they used it's very unheard of here in the UK to boil someone. But
people are nasty bastards, aren't they? Some of them.
Yeah.
Coming up with that sort of thing.
Yeah. But anyway, before we go, Dan, I want to congratulate everybody that ran the London Marathon, whether you finished it or not. Congratulations to you, and especially to those that raised money for those charities out there. So congratulations. It's a major thing that you've done, running or walking those 26 miles.
Thanks very much.
And yeah, thank you very much. I really appreciate you.
I didn't leave a chair all day. Thanks very much.
Your missus has run the marathon twice, hasn't she?
I'll tell you, yeah, she has run it twice, yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, though, with all their speed, I bet couldn't come down them fucking stairs quicker than I did on Saturday.
You're terrible. Oh, dear. So we are back next week then, talking about ghostly partners, husband or wives. Hey, we can have a discussion about that woman that married a pirate, the ghost pirate.
Oh, God.
She now divorced. He cheated on her. But we'll talk about that next week.
Oh, I just want to say, the eclipse came and went. No fucking aliens.
Yep.
So they weren't hiding behind the fucking moon, were they? No.
Dad, be nice.
I just thought I'd have to get that one out there.
Well, on that note,
I was fast and speeding bullet. I was. I'm not saying I don't believe in aliens. I'm just telling you they weren't hanging around out the other side of the moon, smoking, waiting for the opportunity to just come and go. Ta-da! They weren't there.
Dad, you do make me laugh. Right, we're going to end it here. We're back on air tomorrow night, doing something or other. But you have to tune in tomorrow to find out what we're going to be doing. It's at 8:00 on the Simply Spooky Network. Try and join us.
Definitely.
Good night.
Bye, all. Bye, Bobby. Bye, Annette.
Bye, everyone.